So the bees already kind of orientated themselves to where the box was, which is why we set it out before throwing them in that thing right away. They were already confused enough. So if I take it, move it over, they'll probably still fly around in that same area because that's where they know where it's at. So right now they're flying and they're kind of looking like, oh, it's kind of over there, but they keep flying off to the side. They're smart creatures, but they're kind of dumb at the same time. So I'll set that back there. You can run the reducer. When I put this on, they'll probably all start coming into here, possibly. Trying to figure it out. Oop. Pull out 5 frames. I'll pull out 6, just so I have room to work. Take the lid off. Take the inner cover off. There's a little remnants of pollen patty on there right now. This one just has a little bit of capped honey on sugar syrup on that side. Set that in. More bees, more, it's all sugar syrup on that side. I was feeding them. Sugar syrup on this side.
Is sugar syrup the same thing like as honey, or is that?
It's sugar syrup. It's not nectar because I've had sugar syrup sitting on top with a jar, feeding them. Nectar would look the same way, but they'll use this up and then give it a couple weeks and they'll start storing actual nectar in there with all the flowers out right now. So there's more bees. There's cat brood. There's some eggs. Don't see the queen. That's all cat brood and larvae on this side. Corners have some cat sugar syrup. More bees. I found the queen yesterday. See if I can find her today. There she is. So she's right there in the middle of the frame. And without her, this doesn't happen.
It doesn't exist.
Yep. Yep. You better hope they have some eggs somewhere. They can make a new one. And hope she gets mated and comes back. So that's a lot of uncapped sugar syrup with a small patch of brood in the center. And then that's all sugar syrup. So 5 frames in. That makes 10. Snug them all together. And there's a couple left in the box. And a couple on the bottom. So they'll figure it out right now. They're disorientated again. But put the inner cover on. And the lid. And they're all set.
That's freaking cool. Yay! Thank you, Uncle Mark.
So then what they'll end up doing is I put those 5 in there and they'll start drawing comb on the foundation.
Right.
So right now it's all black, which this is great for looking at eggs and larvae and everything. But this black will start turning white. You'll see them, it'll start to be raised and it'll turn white. And as they draw the comb, and they'll start usually from the center up on the top,
Yeah.
and then work their way down and out on each side. And then they'll do one side, and they'll start working on the other
Work
side.
the other side.
That's
Okay.
really cool.
It's a slow process, but which is why I would usually just keep the feed to them, so that way it's just easier for them.
That
The
would depend on
queen
the food.
constantly lays eggs, so she'll at the peak is like 2,000 eggs a day. And there's, I forget how many thousands on just one side. So it'll take her like 2 days or so to lay up one side, or almost a day if she's
Yeah.
really kicking butt. So she'll lay the eggs hatch, turns into larvae. They feed that, so it's like little white grub looking thing. And then that'll get bigger, turns into a pupa, then they'll cap the cell. And then after another week or 9 days, then they emerge out, they chew the capping out of the cell, and they walk right out, and they wander around, get themselves something to eat, and then they
That's
go back
amazing.
and clean up the cell and get it ready for the queen to lay in again.
Oh,
So
that's amazing.
It's like what
20
what you were saying. You split one of your hives. So this is like a
this is like
a
excess.
split. Yeah, a
Yes.
split of a hive. The queen, was that like you had to purchase the queen,
Mhm.
or okay?
Yep. So instead of having them make the queen, it was just easier and quicker just to buy one that was already mated. So I just left them queenless for a little while, put her in. She got out of her little queen cage, and just a couple
added
days
her in.
start going about her business, doing her thing. So she